introduce yourselves, please. Daniel, go ahead and let us know where you're from and a little bit about yourself.
Sure. My name is Daniel. I live in Elko, Nevada, and I have acquired cerebellar ataxia that I was diagnosed with in 2018. And I am involved with the Las Vegas Ataxia Support Group, and I've met both Lisa and Karen at the conferences that NEF holds.
Love that. Thanks for bringing your experiences and stories to us today. It's so important that we, get to share them with one another. Karen, you're next on our video screen. And so tell us where you're from and a little bit about yourself.
Okay. My name is Karen Russell, and I'm from Richmond, Virginia, or Mechanicsville, Virginia. I'm originally from the state of Oregon and moved out here, totally isolated, etc. And I started having problems. And so I went to the doctor, determined that I had ataxia. It was explained to me that it's just a rare condition that affects the cerebellum and your nervous system. And everybody is totally different. With me, I found that out, but I was unknown, and I have absolutely no family history. So being out here by myself, not having anybody to turn to, I felt so alone. And so I found the National Ataxia Foundation. We had support group leaders, and I'm one because I felt so alone that I figured if one person, I can help one person's perfect. And it was recently I was unknown, and I just got retested, etc., for gene testing, and they came out that I have SPG7, which now is a whole nother issue.
What does that stand for, Karen? SPG?
It's hereditary spastic paraplegia, SPG7, and I haven't learned a whole lot more about it, but I have the ataxia symptoms of it. And so
Sure.
I'm still with SCA, is what they state that I kind of am clued in with.
Okay.
But that, guys.
No problem. Becky, just in time. We're just getting to you. So tell us a little bit about yourself. And thank you, Karen. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, I'm Becky LaCroix from Ontario, Canada. I have SCA 28. I was also diagnosed in 2018. I noticed symptoms when I was younger, but of course, back then they didn't know what was up. They just thought it was something I'd grow out of, or was bad habits of being clumsy and coughing and stuff.
And isn't that tough when you are told or something is likened to it'll be something, we'll figure this out later, and they don't take things seriously. That happens in so many senses across so many medical rooms across the world, I'm sure. So yeah, that's why we're here today, is to help bring awareness and help build a stronger sense of community for those who feel that they're going through something alone. We never want people to feel that way. Lisa, you've brought us all here together today. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell the audience about yourself, and then we'll kind of get into more of what ataxia is and help the audience understand about it.
I did great today, and then I got this little one with me.
Hey, life is lifing. This is real life. We're on live.
Surprise! I got diagnosed in 2013. I had 2 genetic tests done. If I was in 2013, I think it was in 2008 when I had the first genetic test done. And it said I didn't have ataxia, but back then they only tested like half the panel. And sorry, she's
No worries.
you got to be quiet. And then in 2019, I had it tested again, but they did 1,000 genes, and that's how I found out about SCA28, just like Becky.
Wow.
And wait, you gotta be quiet for a second. Pretty please.
Miss Charlotte, do you like spending time with your grandma? Yeah,
Oh,
is
she's
she
being
so
nice to
much
you.
fun? Do you help her with her exercises?
Oh yeah, we got to do that again, and that helps. What you just said about exercise is just lightweight, just to help slow the progression down. It's it's just got to deal with it. It's a new way of life
Yeah.
once you get diagnosed with it, and just got to change your thoughts. Oops,
Oh,
She
Rudy,
got the
good
weights.
girl, Charlotte. Good
those are herbs.
girl. That's great.
And that
Well,
helps. Yeah. Even if we don't do a lot of weights, it just helps with the progression. Just like with Parkinson's, we just don't have the tremors. We don't know. Some people may have them, but a majority don't have the tremors.
yeah.
Mhm.
And
But exercise helps. Just getting the blood flowing.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're just gonna mute your thing for you there, Lisa, while we talk to the others, and then we can just unmute it. It's so easy, no worries. Becky, tell us a little bit about your experience and how we can support others or family members that might be going through something similar.
Well, I think like Dan and Lisa were saying, you like exercising, stretching. I always keep a resistance band nearby and stretch my legs now and then. My mom and my sister also have the gene, and I think it takes a lot of patience to, whether you use a cane, a walker, a wheelchair, to be aware of the needs of people that have these issues. Um, I don't think I've run into a lot of issues where people don't fully understand. I don't know about Daniel and Karen, but if somebody asks me, I usually just say I have neurological disease, and people are pretty nice to deal with it. But yeah, the one thing I was thinking, Lise was saying about getting genetic testing, it's harder in Canada because we only have a couple labs. So my blood was actually sent to the States. I had to get approval to send my blood over the border.
Wow.
And I was tested for 47 different genes. So
That's incredible. And it's good for us to know the process so that others might be in Canada, that might be watching or listening, might be able to reach out, or if you are in, you want to leave a comment, and we could put your comments up. So please, any audience members that are listening that want to learn more about ataxia, have any questions for the panel members, please let us know so that we can help answer any questions that you might have. You guys had mentioned the National Ataxia Foundation, definitely somewhere where you can go gain more information and resources. And I have that email address, website address for you, so you can go and check that out as well and get those resources. Daniel, tell us what it's like for your experience, because I think that it's great that we have such a diverse panel to talk about, and in all of the areas that we're in, and that we're have the both sides of the male and female kind of. Does it affect differently, or like, I don't know much about it, so I'm still the learner here.
Sure. Yeah, I'm very much learning, but overview of ataxia, there's two main pillars. There's the genetic, and then there's the acquired. You can acquire it from a stroke or a traumatic brain injury or an
Mm,
accident or some environmental things. I have an unknown origin, but my point is there's two main camps. And now Becky, Lisa, and Karen all have hereditary genetic. I have acquired, as far as I know. As far as like how it shows, like we all have issues in our neurological issues, and it affects, broadly speaking, it affects our balance and our coordination. Um, but for other types, subtypes, like you have a lot of different symptoms that come up, like, hand tremors or spastic behaviors or nystagmus in your eyes. But
mm,
for me, my main ailment is my physicality. My limbs don't do what they should or what I want them to do. Um,
and that's hard as a human being when you've had proper control over things and now you don't. And so what types of therapies can you suggest, or do you search for in these types of experiences?
my
Well,
foundation for
definitely.
my go ahead, Becky.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I think we just touched on it, I guess, but my foundation is diet and exercise. Like before medications and physical therapy and occupational therapy, there are many things to do to help combat and slow the progression, like you said, Lisa. But the foundation is having good diet and exercise to me.
Mm,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's pretty much what I was gonna say. And then
Yeah,
medicine helps some of the symptoms. Like for me, I
of course.
take a mantine for I get muscle spasms in my arms and legs. So,
Wow. And
and
what
then
about
monitoring your home, like grab bars in the shower, and I have a
so
higher toilet, so it's easier to get up.
mhm.
Yeah, I too. I have bars in the shower, and I don't have my whole home retrofitted to, but little as you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a good point to make too, because you do have to make environmental improvements and it to help you in your supports. Karen, what do you um how are you experiencing in your life, and tell us a little bit about that and what's going on with in your support systems.
Well, again, being out here and all the family in Oregon, then it's the community type of it. It's a whole different. The family support system is so great. However, being so far away, I've adapted my own family out here and being on our support groups for others with Zoom ataxia has made a world of difference. Again, what I found, going off a little bit of what Daniel and Becky had shared, is that my life, again, ataxia for the most part affects the cerebellum and spine and then any muscles that you want to utilize. And so because that's interrupted, I have a problem as far as making my muscles, my arms, my legs, or whatever, my brain could tell it to do whatever I want it to do. But for some reason, there's a little glitch. And when it comes down to the from the brain telling me what to do and those legs moving, they don't do it. And so it's really frustrating on my end. It's like my body does not allow me to do what I want to do, but my brain is functioning 100% fine. And
Mhm.
so just to do your daily tasks, etc., I can't do them. And that's what's irritating. It's like something just happened where basically my daughter needed my assistance, I could not physically assist her. And so that is, I mean, it's just little teeny things, just even doing the laundry, picking up the extra sock that fell on the floor. It can be a major issue just to get that picked up and put in. People don't typically think about what we have to do. So in order to do the functioning of a daily task, we have to do it totally different. And that takes additional time and energy.
Absolutely. And training for not only yourself, but family members or, support systems that you might have. You had mentioned some medications. Is there any type of vitamin deficiencies? Have they looked into anything like that? I mean, I'm not a scientist or a doctor. I'm not trying to overstep any
I hear that
medical boundaries, but just curious brains.
Well, I take CoQ10 and B12.
And
Yeah, 100%. I had the vitamin E. The first thing I did the first things that the doctors recommended and investigated was a deficiency in vitamins. So you're not far off, Sarah.
No. I am a smart one. No, just joking. I want to solve all the problems. No, just joking. I think we're on the right path. Awareness is where we start, and that's why we're here to talk about ataxia awareness for anyone that might be just joining us. Any viewers that are just logging in, ataxia does affect. And one time, Lisa, we had stats and we were all on. Now, of course, we're not ready for that. But do you have new information, Lisa, on information on stats, things like that? We're unmuting you.
Thank you. No, keep me muted. When I have support group meetings and then have a person from NAF come, National Ataxia Foundation, they're the ones that gives me the stats. So it's just that they keep finding it's a faulty gene that gets found, and they're still finding more genes that are faulty, but it's more like the hereditary one. So there's so many different ataxias. We're just
more and more every year.
Excuse me?
Yeah, they're discovering more and more every year with every new gene that.
Crazy.
Yeah, and what was it? 27B was just discovered like last year or the year before or 3 years ago. Something like that.
I think it was,
and they have like 50 different ones of the hereditary ones, different genes.
Wow. And Karen, you had mentioned, did you say Zoom ataxia? Is that like a group that you belong to? Or
it's not really, but going through the NAF, National Ataxia Foundation, they have each state has a lot of representatives, and like I said, Daniel, myself, and Lisa are definitely through NAF. We're support group leaders, and we typically have Zoom meetings for others.
Wonderful. That's so important to build your communities. I think that's a wonderful way to keep spreading the awareness. Becky, what kind of support groups and things are in Canada that people might be able to look for?
There's one in Ottawa called the ASCG, I believe it's called. I can't remember, but there's one in Ottawa. There's Hope for Ataxia in Toronto, and they're both on Zoom. And I know there's a couple of West in British Columbia and Alberta, I think it is. But I've never been to those ones.
But it's great that you guys have these support systems that you can be a part of. And Daniel, before we got on, we were talking about you actually have something coming up just this weekend. So I want to be able to touch on that. And I don't know if you were able to find your flyer information, but we can share that if you have it. If not, then I'll just put it in the comments later.
So, well, the event, we're having a fundraiser event, the Walk and Roll for Las Vegas, um, for the Las Vegas group this Saturday at 10 a.m. And Sarah, I do have it, and I was trying to either send it to you so you can share it or
Okay.
share it from my computer, but I'm not sure that
Okay. So
I don't
go.
want to fuss it up.
Oh yeah, no worries. If you go to the plus sign and then just do image file, you should be able to just pull it right up. And then I'll actually get it before I put it up on the screen. So you can't mess anything up. But yeah, and I'm also putting that you said 10 a.m. Where is it at in Las Vegas? So I can just put that up for anybody that might be in that area.
Sure, it's at Centennial Park, and it's hold on.
Perfect.
The flyer will help tremendously,
Here we
and
go.
I have it right here.
Super.
Is it
Look
working?
at
Oh,
that.
there it is. Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. Get that out of the way. So here we go. Las Vegas Walk and Roll, Saturday, September 27th, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Centennial Hills Park. In Las Vegas, Nevada. Please use the QR code if you'd like to walk, or please donate if you have the opportunity to do so. And again, the National Ataxia Foundation, a great place to go to get more information, share with those who might need the information. And of course, if you're in Las Vegas, go join Daniel, and you'll be able to be a part of that and support ataxia awareness.
Yeah, it's a great gathering to bring folks with the taxi and in support and to raise awareness and everything. And NAF uh, supports us in putting this on. Thank you. I didn't know how to take it off. Um, yeah, and it happens all around, like every state, like Karen was saying, like states that are set up to have support and fundraising in it. We all have walk and rolls. I don't know how other states do it exactly, but largely speaking, it's we get together at the park, have a nice get together, walk around the park, and have some fun activities and raise money,
Exactly.
Spread awareness.
Yep.
spread awareness.
That's what we've been doing with Lisa for the last 4 years. Like we said, is making sure everybody knows about her Treasure Coast walk and roll. And I'm just so glad that we got to expand our reach here with more people. And anything else you guys have coming up that you want to share? Otherwise, we will sign out here soon.
What? I can't think of anything.
I can. I have the international. This is great. We're September 25th. I'm reading it right from ataxia.org website. It's a coordinated effort from individuals and ataxia organizations, individuals around the world to shed light on this rare disease. NAF is committed to leading the way on this outreach effort, and you're helping us. And
September 25th. Is that right?
September 25th.
Great.
So this is coming out a couple days ahead of time. I know it's starting to storm. That's why we're holding each other tight.
Oh,
It's like, okay, let's go. Maybe
oh
that's
goodness. That's why she's so snuggly. Well, that's okay. We love that. Oh my gosh. I'm so
Yeah,
happy that we could. Yes, please.
I personally have been having trouble with mental health in regards to having ataxia. It's hard. I live in a very, very small town, like 300 people. And the support groups, I mean, that's where I met all these people. And it makes a world of difference. And
Mhm.
I know myself, I need to get back into. I used to go like every day to different ones, but yeah, I think it's really important to be surrounded by like people like yourself that go through what you go through daily.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There couldn't be more um a more pressing issue than mental health, and making sure that you have the right supports in place no matter what you're going through. Please reach out to me anytime if you need me to help connect you to someone that can help you in any direction. I love to be a connector of as many things as possible. And please, if you have any family members, friends, colleagues, who maybe new to an ataxia diagnosis and or might be suffering and not know what they're going through and might need to get more information, please check out the National Ataxia Foundation. If you're in Las Vegas this weekend, 10 a.m. Centennial Hills Park, I think is what it said on the flyer. And as we're so glad that we got to have you all here with us today to really spread more awareness. And I welcome you all to come back at any time that you want to help. You want me to help you just put on a live to spread some more awareness. So it's just an honor, and I'm grateful to be able to have this platform to do this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, it's been so nice, and I hope that the storm goes away fast, and I hope the fall day stays here and does not go away because it's really nice. Oh, wonderful. Thank you guys so much. And we will post, go ahead when we get done with this live. If you want to go into the comments, all you panel members, if you want to go into the comments and leave your own personal social medias or any emails or anything you want people to follow, any pages, please feel free to do that and reach out to any of us if you need support, help, or information about ataxia awareness. Again, this is the Ataxia Awareness Live we're doing today on September 25th. They is a International Ataxia Day, I think. Is that right? Awareness Day. Yes. We almost had it right, but close enough. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, we look forward to getting more information and just continue learning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thanks again.